Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to the Legend of Bumbo. So, we are playing as the Lost, and about to win, probably. I wanted to start here. So, I'm at like 37 coins, plus I have the ability to destroy at least one spell to get another 10 coins. And since you recharge everything works fairly well here. So we can just like gain 1 or 2 coins now. I don't think anything loses us movement points, so we can do that. We can gain +1 damage. And we can do this to increase our damage, which I think that trinket only lasts for one fight, but this is the final fight anyways. Now, I am kind of in a weird position, certainly, as far as just... Since the achievements aren't unlocking with this, I am basically just trying to play the game to unlock the items in-game. And that's it. Like, that's as far as the whole process can really go. And that's probably fine. Let's see. Actually, okay, we're not going to get another damage, and we don't need another damage, so we'll sell that, and we're at 51 now. I'm going to make this match and potentially win just now, because my damage is going to be so high. Now, of course, take note there, he could have just killed me. So if this doesn't win for me, then I might be in a pretty bad position. Yeah. This puts me in kind of an awkward position now, because I can do like a penetrative attack now and get a good hit there. But I need to basically do 3 damage or get a poop protection in 2 moves. And yeah, it would be hard to see how you could do that. But I guess I managed to pull it off. I have this extra IBS to make the poops bigger, but he's sucking off my health. So, regular hit that turn. But we have a ton of curses and not a lot of opportunities to do much of anything else. Let's see. I guess what you do here is move that up there. So I need to be able to do an attack and use my penetrative attack, which that's easy enough to do. There we go. So we won. And with this, I think that is every unlock as far as the Lost. So the Lost not really being as much of a challenge as it would be in the Binding of Isaac, just because Legend of Bumbo is particularly short compared to the Binding of Isaac. This game hasn't been updated in at least a year, it looks like, looking at the news on Steam, and so there's very little hope that the achievement glitches would ever be fixed, and even if it was fixed, that you wouldn't have to then actively do all of the achievements a second time. And that also means there's very little hope for new content to be added as far as new characters or new items. I could see a thought pattern where you take every single item of the hundreds and hundreds in Binding of Isaac and try and think about making an equivalent item in Legend of Bumbo if Legend of Bumbo had been super successful. But it really wouldn't have had a chance of being that successful ever. Maybe if it was a mobile game, maybe if it had ads, then you potentially could justify just constantly adding new content. Maybe if it was a puzzle like Wordle that you were just doing one per day and it was limiting you, there might have been a longer experience with a game like this. But as soon as you have a game where you can just power through it and play it in multiple hours, then you're unlikely to stick with it for long periods of time. Very few mobile games I've ever played have kept my attention for more than a week or two, and I've played very few of them in the first place because most of them look like garbage. So we unlocked a new item for Bumbo the Empty before we've even played as Bumbo the Empty. And doesn't look like we got another coin. But yeah, that was the lost second victory. So now the only victories you'd like want, ideally you'd want 2 victories with the empty, and then 50 coins with the nimble, 50 coins with the stout, and I guess 50 coins with the empty also. So I could potentially make 2 more episodes of this series, or I could potentially make like 5 more episodes. But after that point, I don't know if there's anything more to do. And because we already have some things unlocked for the empty, this experience is going to be easier, not more difficult. Alright. So, everything randomizes with the empty, which pretty much makes an argument that the whole game should probably be played as the empty and only the empty once you've unlocked him, because that is going to be your opportunity to I don't have enough moves here to do what I wanted to do. I need a poop match and I can't make a poop match. There we go. Like if you really were just trying to experience every single possible spell, every single item in the game, the odds are significantly increased of pulling that off by playing as the empty. Right. So, doesn't seem like things change per room. They must change after each fight, which that changes the experience somewhat from what I thought it was going to be. But it definitely puts you in this weird situation where I don't know if you can really build towards anything. Or if you're just inevitably having to treat every fight as if this is the first fight on a run. Okay. Do this. Do this. And do this. That. And that. Gain mana equal to the most common tile, which gives me a whole bunch of teeth. Which I don't think really accomplished anything. So yeah, 2 hearts, 1 attack, 2 puzzle attack, 3 speed, 1 luck, and those 2 spells. Destroy a row or unprime all enemies. We'll take unprime all enemies. And it doesn't seem like the health or the stats changed, but the spells certainly did. So you're gaining spells, but then they're just going to randomly roll. So ideally, you basically have to focus on most of your attention on a trinket build or a stat build. Let's see. There's going to be too many people attacking me to defend against all of this. Really would have to get fairly lucky. Attack and add tooth tiles. That's an item we've never seen before. It's pulling the teeth out. Move a single tile. Interesting. Let's do that for a double combo of that. Stop that one from attacking. Stop that one from attacking. Smash that guy. And since we have nothing more we can do with that mana, it does make sense to use it. Okay. And you'd like a 7 teeth in a row, but it's probably better and easier just to do this. Just kill things that are guaranteed to die. Maybe we could do that. Then get there. Put that there. Get that. And there we have 7 teeth. So I assume if I could get a soul heart, that would also be very helpful. So a soul heart build is definitely on the table. Yeah, stats didn't change. A lot of these spells, though, you can see are really expensive. So unless you had stats that increased your mana gain, you wouldn't really be able to use them very often. And in this case, killing one enemy and healing all others tends not to work. It only does 9 damage too, so it wouldn't really kill a boss. If we make a match here, however, make a match here, and then just go ahead and attack somebody. Probably should have attacked the one in the middle. Move this here. Convert this to a wild. That should clear this room. Yeah, on this first floor you're clearing the rooms relatively quickly, but nowhere as quickly as you might on a good run in Binding of Isaac. Of course, there's a lot more to that. I'm going to take a Quake as a spell just to see if maybe that stays a spell or if that re-rolls each time. Because if you keep spells and they don't re-roll, that would be helpful, but no. You re-rolled it as a spell under the spell pool, but it still wasn't a spell. Okay. If I do this, and then this, and this. I'm kind of expecting I'll take damage, but the amount of damage you take is probably going to be half a heart always, so you get 1 coin maybe always, unless something gets a critical on you, and maybe at that point you might take a full heart. Now, I just did a bunch of damage to that guy, so if that was supposed to give me a bunch of coins, didn't feel like it did. More coin rewards, we'll take it. If we can get 45 coins on the first run. Okay. So in this case, they've changed it. Splash damage to attacks, free poop throw. Well, we'll take that. And then we'll see if we can get soul hearts. The danger here certainly would be to end up with 3 trinkets, and at this point that's a little too much. But I guess all that really is going to do is just give you options as far as what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of if you get any more trinkets. Yep. Seems like you might have a very high win ratio too. Very quickly to set you up with a very big setup. Now, what would be weird is if the trinkets changed. Let's reroll all enemies. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. Yeah. If the trinkets randomly changed also, that would be fairly annoying. Okay. Get this one to get the attack up more. Do that. Setting ourselves up nicely. Let's see. Take out that guy. We really only have 1 move, so I guess we'll see if we can do something useful with the bombs. I imagine we really can't do too much with the bombs. It is kind of amazing how much content in this game is just copy and pasted from Binding of Isaac, and it gives you a real cheap development process, I would imagine, to already have developed general concepts of what things are going to look like and not have to argue over it or veer away from those artistic renderings to have already done all the sound effects, and potentially even the music that's playing here is not yet another cover of the same songs. It could just be totally the exact same song from Binding of Isaac. Okay, 4. Interesting. I wanted to put down a 4 strong poop, but you can only do 3 strong poops. Unprimal enemies? Sure, why not? Well, there's actually really good reasons why not. Because I would have saved that mana for the next attack otherwise. In the turn, get that ready. I'm not gonna get 7 hearts in a row. At most I could get 4 hearts in a row. And I'm getting like 3 coins for each of these fights because this is the first time I played as this character. There you go, gain a heart. That was just a heal, wasn't it? Not a HP up. Which it would have been an HP up in Binding of Isaac, and I already made that mistake once. Can we do a bone attack? Can we do a teeth attack? If we do this, that, and that. Then spin that there. Put that there, and then do that. I didn't kill everybody, however. Let's see. How that didn't kill everybody, I don't know. But I'm not going to worry about it. Extra reward at the end of combat this time. We can't... What can we do? 7 bones. The problem with this is that I may just hit these 3 once and then they may be missable after that. Nope, you can still hit them if they are high up. Yet that's just not doing enough damage. Okay. This. It may be worth it to not try to get like a 7 of teeth and instead just hit one guy. Oh, splash damage. Okay. Destroy spell, gain 10 coins. Take that for sure. but that immediately re-rolled anyway, so we do that. Block the next 2 hits. Great. Hit the furthest enemy. The 1. Hit the furthest enemy and splash for 4. There we go. Won pretty easily there. I was expecting this to be more difficult. Okay, heal on room clear, chance of damage up. Versus extra coins, splash damage, or bigger poops. Heal on a room clear, guaranteed, versus extra coins. Yeah, I'll do that. And then none of these other items really appeal to me. But stat spin does appeal. There we go. That's probably enough of a setup now. And I probably should just not spend anything anymore. If I get an opportunity to sell something, that would be great. I don't know if there really is even a good argument against just activating trapdoor at the moment. Like, skip the entire chapter and get 10 coins. I almost certainly would get more coins though, not skipping the chapter. Let's hit this one to start with. It's one down and an extra move. There we go. In the turn. And I could kind of end the turn now if I just moved around and wasted time, but instead let's do this. Can't believe it didn't kill the one in front. There you go. I guess the pliers have a penetrative attack to it too. Okay. Everything is just gonna work out fine. So, just end the turn, let him attack so I can then attack him. I can't sell anything, though. Ideally, you would want to be able to, like, activate a trinket an infinite number of times with this character to sell items, even if you're selling the items for something other than coins. Perhaps you're selling the items for like damage, where you could throw a spell at the enemy. Okay. Yeah, that didn't go well. Move one to the left, move one to the right. Just in the turn. Just gotta wait. Move one to the left, one to the right. One to the left. This is kind of a prime example of the problems with a character like that is invincible for large portions of time. And why you would potentially want to program them to attack every turn, but then doing that also would be a problem. It doesn't matter whether you take that or not, come to think of it, so do that. Make the poop shield. Do that. Do that. Do that. That. And that. And that. Become a copy of a spell, reroll all enemies. Let's reroll all enemies. Then become a copy of another spell. Like, ideally, I guess I could have... No. Turning the spell into a spell is all I really would have wanted to do there. I wouldn't want to have gone the other way and turned the spell into a mana costing thing. We can do this, however. So now we have mana and charge spells. High damage scares, the Tainted Dusk. I've seen the Tainted Dusk quite a few times. Extra reward at the end of the room. We have 5 moves. Could we get a 7 poop? No, there's not enough poops here anyways. Your best case scenario would be to do that, that, that. And maybe I could have played a little bit better. Can we get 7 teeth on the other hand? See, he's about to attack on everything. I really don't have a way of unpriming him. One hit there. A jump, a hit there. Interesting. Didn't realize he was going to do that. Well, it's not like we're trying to win without doing any, taking any health damage. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I could be in a bad position now, however. That. Take 2 moves. I can make a poop protection on one side. I could try to slow him down by hitting that. I can do a poop attack on him, which does nothing. And then do I have a one-turn match on any of this? Not so much. So either I'm going to spend coins after this fight to regain my health, or I'm going to roll the stat wheel getting a little ridiculous that you have to do 2 7s to win a boss fight. In all fairness, there are some insanely difficult things. Let's see. Heal on each room with stem cell. Is that still stem cell? Splash or poison? Let's get rid of poison. Okay. Teeth deal an extra damage, bigger poops. If I do nothing, I would almost certainly have, oops, I'm gonna use my mouse here and cheat a little bit and see. Heal on room clear. May add splash damage, prevent first damage you take. Bigger poops. Alright. Yeah. If I do nothing, I probably would get heal clear, room clear, and would be able to heal back up through that. I have the Holy Mantle. It might take a little bit of cheating, but this is the best way to guarantee 45 coins at the end of this run. Whereas if I started to gamble, I'm not guaranteeing that. There's a high chance that even if I had spun the wheel for 15 coins that I would have potentially still had 45 coins, but not high enough. There we go. Okay. Let's make that match. We got some heavy hitters here. Lots of health on them. There we go. Knock back all enemies now, or wait till later. There we go, we're set up nicely. And that did manage to like save the day as far as regaining health. By the end of this room, I'll be back up to the max health. Come on, hit the other guy instead of just resisting it. Sadly, I don't think we really have a attack match. Could probably knock back some people. Just take an extra protection by doing that. We can sure say attacking enemies take damage, I guess. And make bigger poop protection. Got a combo there I wasn't expecting. Okay. This probably wins for us now. Hit that one. Hit that one. We have one move left. I don't think we can quite make a full match that way. So we'll just do that in the turn. We probably need to make a teeth match though. Yeah, he's just gonna resist that. So just go ahead and miss. So we can hit this guy. And if anything, those are kind of the worst kind of characters you'd want to fight in this situation. Knock back all enemies versus another spell with another mana cost. Are any of the spells, I guess, offensive other than the negative? I don't know. I might be painting myself in a bad position where you can't really do damage. Reroll my current mana. I don't have any mana. Destroy the spell and gain 10 coins. Yeah, that's probably what you want to do. Let's see. Just a massive amount of cursing going on there. So get rid of most of those enemies, if not everybody except for the resistant one. Yeah, it still missed a guy. That in the turn. Let's see. Just kill that guy first, even though I really should be attacking the other guy. Reroll a current mana Yeah, the odds of you getting 6 yellows is pretty low without working towards it. Brimstone penetrative attack. Oops. Okay, well, then you just do that. Set ourselves up. I guess we could reroll our mana. This potentially lets us get rid of some of the nuisance pieces. And we'll just use that now. There we go. Moving on, we have probably like 2 more rooms. Yeah, this room, then the boss room. Rerolls puzzle board, copies a spell. Would we want to reroll the puzzle board now, or in 3 moves could we possibly get a 7 of bones? Let's just reroll. Okay. Down here. Down here. And then move this here. Copy a spell. I guess throw that and get 1 more move. It seems like that also added yellow pieces to the board. And that messed up my build. Poorly. Okay, let's exit that and start this room again. Just for safety's sake. I don't want to play on a room that I might accidentally lose, particularly the second to last ones. And then notice, in this case, when I exited it out and reset everything, I have completely different items. Which, that certainly changes a lot. Have to be fairly careful here not to end up with 4 cursed in a row. I suspect they probably wouldn't just curse you by default 4 in a row. If I get a poop, I can win. Oops. Just don't do that a second time. Because if I get the poop, then I should have all the resources to activate flush and hit all enemies once. And we'll take a spell because I think a spell has just a higher chance of doing damage. And here we are. First time playing with the empty and we're already at the end. Go ahead and skip and get 10 coins. Go ahead and do So Mysterious. Reroll all enemies. Would be interesting, so let's do it. It didn't do anything. I'm not super surprised by that. Okay. Hit 3 random enemies. Would need greens, grays, and yellows. Or we could go for teeth attack, which is probably better, a better move. Only gets us so far. Block the next 2 attacks. Really would want poops. Okay. There we go. We have a double match. Sure, let's set up for a 7 of green. That's hardly the thing you're usually going after, but it'll give me mana, slow everything down. Let me take a breather and try and figure out if I can get now a 7 of teeth easily. Do that. If you do that. If you do that. That. And then that. I'm gonna have to do like 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 of these 7 attacks though. He's still at 5 health. There's still a lot of enemies here. There's still a inherent desire to hit once per turn and basically cause damage. What am I short on as far as why can I not activate hit 3 random enemies, by the way? It says it costs 2 green. I have 7 green, so I'm short on teeth. Yeah, I only have 1 teeth. I would need 2 teeth. Is there a way to fix that? Only half a heart of damage there, but it's still too much. kill this guy. Block that. Activate this. I guess activate this again. I guess activate it again. Add 3 wild. Even if this gets me to that next part of the fight, I still imagine there's a lot of opportunity for failure. Okay, what are we short on now? Green? There we go. 1, 2. Stealing moves, cursing me, doing everything you wouldn't. If I could get a teeth match this turn, that would be great. Can I get a teeth match? Not for certain, but I couldn't do this. Let's see what that is. No, I'm putting a lot of faith in either getting a critical or this hitting twice, which it should. Since there weren't any other enemies, and he doesn't spawn enemies. So there we have 77 coins. We've defeated the boss with the empty.
And with the extra hard bash, Bumbo crushed that den.
It leaves very little left to do.
Now Bumbo can be alone.
But the thing is, we're still like not unlocking. We're still unlocking things.
Something mean, something huge, something.
Isaac,
Let's see if this ending is any different.
where did you get that stuff? I thought I threw it out. He left us, Isaac. He's gone. He never loved us. Don't you get it?
No, Mama, please.
Isaac, listen to me. It's just us now. It's just us now, Isaac. You and Mama.
So is that Bumbo that's crying in that picture with the eyebrow and the one tooth, or was that Isaac that was crying in the picture? I think that was Isaac actually being depicted. There are maybe some subtler secrets to this than it seems. The backstory of Bumbo and Isaac and Binding of Isaac is all kind of superficial stuff that you don't really need to follow or care about. So for the Forlorn Hollow, we have another item unlocked. And Bumbo the Stout has the D6 item unlocked.
Someday, Bumbo.
So, yeah. That only took an hour. And as far as the screen looks, it seems like we still really only have 10 coins. I looked at the updates, and apparently the Lost was added later. So that would explain why it really wasn't a requirement to win with the Lost twice to unlock the empty. So it would have been the empty was unlocked first. Inherently, this just leaves me with needing to win one more time with this, and then needing to win with 50 coins for Bumbo the Nimble and Bumbo the Stout. And this is all for just personal pride. Bumbo the Dead also 50 coins. So just a lot of 50 coin things, and then I think I might do even 2 of those runs just off screen because there may not really be anything to show. No, that won't really work. I'm kind of messed up here. Like, ideally I'd play as Bumbo the Nimble, have 50 coins, start the next episode right about to win with 50 coins. Then I would have to, I guess, just show another episode on Bumbo the Empty, and then I guess at that point you just give up, because it's not really worth it to have me play off screen to get 50 coins for the other 2 characters. That leaves me, what I would say, somewhere around 98% done with this game as far as all the unlocks, since the achievements aren't unlocking anymore on Steam. Pretty much it feels like once I exited out of the app, it lost track at some point there, and once it soft locked, it seemed to mess up at that point. So yeah, we'll get maybe one more 50 coin victory and then show off items unlocking. Obviously there's probably going to be 2, maybe even 3 items, maybe as many as 6 to 8 items that could also be unlocked, but odds of me even seeing those items are going to be increasingly small, because I'm just not going to play this game that much after the next couple of runs. And if they had continued to add updates and added content, maybe then I would have. In all fairness, I wouldn't be super upset if they had sold extra DLC on this game, but that would have felt weird too. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wish list. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.